Fury, and this is my defence of AJ. Everyone's saying AJ's a bum, he says he's that, he can't fight because lost a few. But AJ has made it in life. The man can go to the pub every single day and drink Peroni if he wants to. He can go on holiday every day. He can play with his kids every day of his life. So I don't want to hear any more of this bullshit about AJ says he's that shoes because he can't fight. The man's made it. Be happy for him.
Those are the words of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury as he defends Anthony Joshua. Let me counterpunch. If this was anybody else, we would be scratching our head, but I'm not scratching my head because this isn't anyone else. This is Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. It reminds me of similar changes, thoughts with Tyson Fury towards Anthony Joshua. When Joshua got beat by Andy Ruiz and everybody was dogging Anthony Joshua. I mean, everybody from the Didlot Joe to the Damned If I Know to the everybody that lets it be to the LDBC bars. Everybody. Okay, people were doubting AJ. You had promoters now saying AJ's overhyped. He's chinny. He wasn't what we thought he was. He's a bum. He's this and he's that. We heard it all. And then we heard Tyson Fury come and speak out and say, hey, man, this guy has realigned his stars. He's changed his life. Be happy for him. He's accomplished a lot and he gets that respect. Don't forget it. And it kind of turned the tide of how everyone else was turning against him and made everybody else go, he's right. And I think Tyson Fury does that to show you and give you different perspectives of how he feels or different thoughts of how he feels about a person. See, you can not like a person, but then like things about a person. Or you can think this one thing about the person that totally appears to contradicts yourself against that same person saying something totally different. Because when you have light, you have dark. When you have shit talk, you also have compliments. And I think that's Tyson Fury. If I'm trying to think like Tyson Fury, that's the only thing I can come up with, because I put myself in position of when I say something bad about a person. You ever heard the term, everything you say about a person before but is bullshit? That is that. Because a lot of people say, well, he's this and he's that and he's this and he's that, but blah, 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 blah. And that's the real thing, or that's the real statement that they're trying to convey to everybody. But I feel that Tyson Fury's the kind of guy will say something totally gruesome, awful, disrespectful, and then turn around in another sentence and say, you know what? This is something I like about this guy, so I think you need to leave him alone. Now, the question you ask yourself is, what and who did he hear to call Anthony Joshua a bum? Because he surely has done that, and that is totally contradicting, right? And I think the counterpunch Tyson Fury in his statements towards Anthony Joshua, I think that Tyson Fury should address the person that he heard call Anthony Joshua a bum instead of making a general statement. Because when you make that general statement to everybody abroad, what you start doing is you start looking like that guy that's very contradicting, and then like, okay, we don't even know what's the next thing is going to come out of your mouth. But then I think also when the unpredictable Tyson Fury and the things that he says, his words, I think that always keeps people guessing. If you keep people always guessing, this is what you're going to receive. You're going to receive a guy that's always has something to say, and you're always interested because you don't know what he's going to say and what comes out of his mouth, okay? When you're unpredictable, that makes you exciting, not boring, not predictable. When you're boring, mostly boring goes with predictable. Unpredictable goes with not being boring, because you never know what the hell that's going to be. Look at Mike Tyson, for example. You did not know what Mike was going to do. He's going to slap you, knock your dad out, bite someone's ear off, punch a reporter, do whatever, assault somebody. He's going or kiss somebody, hug somebody, and then he'll do all these things. So he's many, many layers but that made him exciting. And I think Tyson Fury's angle is like, hey, let me use this as an example. Anthony Joshua is a popular person. If he wasn't popular, Tyson Fury wouldn't be talking about him. Okay. But yet he is, and what he's doing is he's like, hey, whoever thinks that Anthony Joshua is this, let me remind you that he has done all these other things. I think it's cool. I think it's some type of brilliance in all of it, because it's like with Tyson, it's like this. It's like, you know, he will just pretty much put himself, and I think he should be talking to himself. The only thing that I would recommend for Tyson Fury when he does that type of shit is is talk about, like, I know I've said that. So put himself in check, you know, before just saying, hey, let me tell you something. This is Tyson Fury. I got to remind you that Anthony Joshua says, right? And I think what he should do is just like, hey, I know what I said, because you have to make it aware of the things that you said, because when you don't and you just say different sporadic stuff, what's it going to be? It's going to seem like you're crazy. You're absolutely mad, you know, but I think that's what it is. That's the only thing I can come up with Tyson Fury doing it, but this is not the only time that he's done this. So, you know, but it is a reminder to let you guys know who Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, is. 100% unpredictable. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury's defense of Anthony Joshua. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.